Now, what I find is very, very interesting, pertaining to a lot of what I've been going through in the past 5 years of me doing this type of work, is the reflection of how I first got into it. And it really was a path of beautiful intervention. And when I say that, I don't mean that a bunch of incognito ETs knocked on my door and say, "Hey Brad, we're here for you. We're from Sirius, and you're going to start channeling, and you're going to start doing healing. You're going to eventually turn into a conscious matrix communicator, and you'll start making a lot of YouTube videos. Okay, we got to go back to our spaceship." No, it's not like that. Everything that happened in regards to the outline of my path was, again, all of my design. But what is very, very interesting is that many of the interventional qualities really do have that kind of extraterrestrial, non-physical signature to it. And this really is the intervention protocol that I've been going through these past 5 years. I never expected to be a channel. I never expected to be a healer. I never expected to be a psychic, an intuitive, a conscious matrix communicator. That was never on my agenda. It all started with a science fiction novel. That's how everything began. And that was the course to bringing me into an unfolding of abilities within myself. Some people even asked me, I said, "Brad, are you straight from Sirius? Like, maybe you're just like a conduit. Maybe you're like a hologram or something like that, just emerged from body. Maybe you're a walk-in, so to speak." I have no way of proving that to anybody, really, whether I'm that or another. All I can say through my own assurance is that I am a human being. I was born into this body, and that since that time of August of 2008, yeah, things did change. But as I am a human vessel, a lot of the consciousness that I'm bringing in is very extraterrestrial, is very non-physical, is very connected to a lot of understandings of unification and of oneness. Does that mean something about me being an incognito ET or something? I don't know. I really cannot answer that, so I usually leave that to people's imagination. But when we're looking at intervention, we're really starting to understand that there's a whole new degree of awareness that we're tapping into. Really, us as ourselves are just pure awareness. But what we're moving into now is seeing more of that purity of awareness coming together as we expand ourselves. For a person who really understands that they have been more than their physical body, that they've understand that there's a lot more to reality than just working a 9-to-5 job, etc. They're moving into a whole new expanse with themselves. They've created a self-intervention, an outline to where they are beginning to expand. Now, this is going to happen everywhere. Every single person on this planet is going to expand in one way or another. That's guaranteed. That's a definite. Now, certain people are really going to be going through a lot of hurdles. They're going to be going through their own, maybe stubborn times. They may feel that they really have to kind of beat themselves up a lot pertaining to what they manifest in reality for them to crack that very hard shell to realize there's so much more to life. But then, of course, now we're focusing on the whole idea of, well, what really is causing a lot of this atmosphere of awakening, this immense approach. And again, it really does come to ourselves, but there are elements to ourselves that are really helping the awakening process. So this can relate to many different factors. One of the factors, of course, today we'll talk about is Incognito Extraterrestrials. From a lot of the guidance that I've been receiving, a lot of the channelings that I've been getting over the years, there are particular groups on the planet that are meeting with extraterrestrial beings each and every single day. A lot of them can be found in a lot of these kind of isolated indigenous cultures upon the planet. I do feeling that there's something around Polynesia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, some areas in Africa. There's a lot of just these, kind of indigenous, going back to nature type of small tribes, cultures that are very much aware of the continual visitations that they receive from a lot of these particular beings. Literally, if you go down to South America, you'll find that you'll be able to see a sighting just as ordinary as it is to see a passing car. So there are a lot of particular beings, there are a lot of ETs in that sense that are kind of creating a liaison capacity to helping a lot of people understand more of the nature in preparing the Earth in certain ways. There are also other particular form of beings, behind-the-scenes interventionalists, I'll call them, that are really working as filtration or prism nodes, so to speak. Basically what that means is that they are literally creating a grid around the planet, and they are literally filtering out particular bases of timelines, of thought forms, of other particular congruences, I guess I could say, that are wanting to try and flip-flop the Earth into an opposite polarity effect. And so they're basically maintaining much of the, I guess you could say, temporal integrity of the planet in this way. Now there, of course, are other particular ETs, incognito ETs, that are amongst us. Have I met any incognito ETs? Oh yes. Have I revealed them in any way? No. I don't really play that game, but would it be safe to say that I have met quite a few? I indeed have. Both, of course, in awoken state and in dream states, in different kind of parallel Earths as well too. Now you may notice this as well too. You may notice that there are certain beings who you come across who you know just kind of feel different. It can be very, very challenging to spot these type of beings out. They work kind of in the shadows, so to speak. They're very, very notorious in a loving, benevolent way of being what's known as background people. And basically background people are, it's kind of like looking at extras on a movie set, that you're just seeing them go to and fro, and they're doing some of the most simplistic tasks, but these simplistic tasks in that sense are kind of like a side effect, a rearrangement in regards to helping us with a filtration of energy. When we're looking at, let's just say, Joe Average, when he is again in a muck, you know, he's throwing all these thought forms all around, he's just constantly bringing chaos to everything. There are certain people that just go around Joe Average who's having that lousy day and are able to naturally, through psychic ability, clear out all those particular thought forms. That's why there's a person who feels that they have such a chaotic day, all of a sudden has something really amazing happen to them, and their day just picks up. And they don't know how they did it, because all they were putting out all day long was this type of magnetism of separation and worthlessness, chaos, etc. And then all of a sudden they come into this whole new, wow, this day is really picked up. They come into an aha moment. So again, it really is themselves that moved into that alignment, but again, we're talking about the elements. We're talking about the peripheral effects here, and that's exactly what happens. From a kind old lady that may help pick up your wallet if you accidentally drop it and hand it to you, and just starts to smile. You just kind of have that moment with her. You feel really, really enriched, and all of a sudden she just kind of walks away. And you may just walk behind, you may look behind and try and walk around and find out that she's completely vanished. You don't know what's happened. Sometimes you might find people on the beach doing qigong, or you know, doing something really, really great in regards to a gratitude of the earth. And it kind of catches your eye, and then again you kind of turn around and that person is gone. That's not to say that they're incognito ETs or anything like that, but there is certain forms of elements of what you can discover with some of these people that are just so much in tune. Are there certain areas to where more of these incognitos are in, other than additional places, like major cities, etc.? They're all over the place. They're really everywhere. A lot of them actually are in the populaces of the major cities of the planet, because those are the areas that require the most facilitation. The whole reason why there are incognito ETs is they are picking up a lot of the slack to where there should be a wide array of caretaking on humanity's part, but a lot of the ball has been dropped. A lot of these beings will basically be very, very short term. Again, you'll see them for a very short time and then they'll leave. There can also be ones that stick around for quite a while as well too, so it is kind of a broad range, but I'd say in the majority, very, very short-term visits. There are some beings in that sense that are just purely holograms. that basically have no, I guess you could say, flesh and bone, so to speak. That they're literally holographic projections, very similar to what we create in the dream state when we're looking at projections. That they're just projections, they're holograms of ourselves representing these different states of subconscious, organized by the group mind. And that's exactly what's happening here, is that Mother Earth herself opens up these particular gateways, opportunities for many of these beings to come through, appear, quote-unquote, randomly, and just start performing certain tasks that really are quite easy. There are also other particular incognito ETs, according to Adronis, who are able to proficiently mind shift people. Basically what this is that there really is no such thing as shape-shifting from Adronis' perspective. It's all part of the mind. And basically what happens is a lot of these particular beings are able to transform their appearance to appear very, very human, even though they really do not look human at all. I don't feel there's as many of these beings as there once was. With a lot of the new technologies and stuff like that, I think a lot of them are really not so prolific as they were once. But they're just able literally to, through psychic probes, so to speak, access your memory, access your mind, and basically give you the illusion that they're a beautiful woman, or that they're a businessman, or something like that. This has been known to happen. This is actually quite a few different documented takes as well too, with a lot of people I've talked to, as well as some other stuff on the internet as well. But it really is quite an amazing planet, because we never think about this each and every single day. We're always just kind of busy in our own world. We have this little laser pointer and we focus our energy on that, and we really don't take the time to really understand the kind of people that are in our reality. And really, every day when we're in the busy, bustling metropolis of life with all these people coming to and fro, you're walking past quite a few of these incognito ETs. And again, a lot of them are necessary based on where they are called, to where there's enough thought forms, so to speak, that kind of need to be filtered out. There needs to be an abridgment if Earth is to continue upon this path. And so there is a continual maintenance. When human beings themselves drop the ball and can't do it, there will be other beings that will step in, that will mix in with the population and do this. So again, this is wild, and I'm saying you guys have to believe me on this. This is something for you to go find out for yourself. This is something for you to go inward and help you to discover. Again, I have definitely met people that fit the category for a lot of these incognitos. So it is quite interesting, and it's just really kind of interesting how we look at ourselves, of how well we accelerate, of how fast we pick things up, of how we're moving more into our natural state of awareness. It really is quite incredible. And that's all part of our intervention outline. This is where a lot of these particular incognito beings, it's where a lot of other consciousnesses that we're helping kind of integrate into our life are working behind the scenes as elements in regards to what we're creating, in regards to what we're propelling forward. So it really is quite really a very exciting time to be alive, very exciting times to be here on planet Earth, and really just having a greater awareness of where everybody is, of who we're really talking to. You never know. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Brad Johnson. I will talk to you soon. Check out consciousmatrix.com, videos, sessions, products, and a lot more. Thank you again. Namaste, and may it be well with you. Goodbye for now.